So, good afternoon everyone. We are just literally after finishing part one of this video, which was inside in the shed, and we're now going to continue on outside, and we'll have a look around at some of the machinery we have outside here. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't got an account, just register, get registered. It'll leave you that you can leave me a message or have a chat with me, like my videos, and get a notification every time I post a video as well. So it's beneficial to us both, I think. So first thing we're going to look at is the Hudson Trailer. This Hudson Trailer, purchased it, I think it was 2016 we bought it. It's a good trailer, it's a tri-axle trailer. It's got the bigger axles in it, which we ordered it with. There's two different specification axles. These axles usually come in a twin axle trailer, whereas the tri-axle trailers, there's a smaller hub and a smaller wheel. You see, it doesn't really matter on the size of the trailer. You still only by law supposed to pull, is it 3 ton? So 2.5 ton, 3 ton, can't remember, but whatever it is, you don't need 3 of these axles, but we got 3 of them on it anyway, just to leave it that bit stronger. But a very good trailer, and have been quite happy with it. The David Brown has been seen lots of times before. Bought it probably around 2010, I think. Yeah, bought it in England, and smashing tractor, very original. Only has about 3,000 hours on it roughly. The old dumper behind that we had a video on before. The bale trailer, this long one, is a friend of ours owns it. We do store it, do a bit of maintenance to it, and have the use of it. So yeah, very good trailer. 6930, we have that since 2013. Great tractor. There's 4,400 or 4,300 hours on it or something like that. In need of a set of tyres, so we'll probably get them in the springtime before the work really starts on it. We were going to replace them there in the back end, but for driving around on the road and tipping about with loads of spuds and stuff like that, there wasn't really much point in changing them, you know. No field work really going on. Onto the 6.4, and yeah, bought the 6.4 new in 2004. It's actually the first bit of machinery I purchased, and it was a new tractor. So yeah, it was a good purchase. Never really gave us any trouble. We did the head gasket one time on it. A hose bust when we were at the silage when we had the old double chop harvester one time, and temperature gauge riz up. I seen it as soon as the hose busted, it was water going everywhere, so the tractor was stopped. But of course, with no water in the engine, even though the engine was stopped, temperature gauge went up, and it would have done a little bit of harm to the head gasket. Took 2 or 3 years for it then to start showing its face, then that the head gasket wasn't a little bit of bother. But that's really all we've ever had to do to it. You know, it has been a fairly good tractor for us, and hasn't given us any hassle. There's 6,000 hours on it now. When we bought it, got it pretty much loaded with everything that you could at the time. Yeah, plenty of headland management on it, front and rear suspension on it. It has sunroof, beltline lights front and back, you know, all the bits and pieces that you could get at the time. So she was a well-spec tractor, still is, like, of course, even in today's standards, it's a lovely tractor. But yeah, Teleporter, bought it 2007. It was a good purchase as well, great machine. Yeah, like it's give very little trouble, you know, bits and pieces. Was an ECU problem with it last year, which we had to take care of it. It had been acting up and beeping at us for about 3 or 4 years. You'd have to stop the tractor, teleport it in, and restart it. But yeah, just got an ECU reprogrammed to it, and no issue then after that. What else? There was bits and pieces of different wee jobs done to it over the years, seals and rams, busted hoses, you know, general wear and tear kind of stuff. And then the head gasket in this as well, we do it. It's been working in dusty conditions. Sometimes, a few times, there's a grill at the back. Not this one here, but there's another one on the inside of that got clogged up with hay or straw when you were loading. And yeah, temperature gauge went up slightly, And that's the one of the downsides of John Deere's. The head gaskets are a little bit on the soft side, but look at, as a rule, they're pretty bulletproof, but you can get these little bits and pieces. But yeah, Dad's handy enough. He's a mechanic, and luckily he can do a bit of mechanical and get any of them jobs sorted out easily enough. But yeah, that's the teleporter. So we'll maybe head in here now and look at what's in this shed. So in here we have the diet feeder, which is an Abbey diet feeder. This feeder is 2006, and yeah, excellent feeder. Very happy with it. The second one of these we've had, and yeah, just good machine. And we love them. They suit our size operation fairly well. They're and it fits in. Some of our sheds are fairly tight in the passageway, so they will fit in tight sheds. 2850. We have this since 1999. We bought this, and it's been on the farm ever since. Of course, restoration job done on it last year. Not that it wasn't too bad, but we just stripped it down and repainted. If anyone's watching me from last year, has seen all the videos on it. Yeah, great machine, and probably the only machine on the farm that we wouldn't sell. It's just that kind of machine. So let's go see what else we have. So in the park of the cow shed, temporarily, it'll not be here for too long, much longer, is the Amazon fertilizer spreader. It is a ZAM 1501, and yeah, good machine. Bought this a few years back. We had another spreader, an older Amazon smaller one, and yeah, great spreader. We love them. This one here is a little bit more sophisticated. It's got the weight cells, and you type in what kgs per hectare and it does the rest itself once you drive down the field. You have to drive whatever meters you have it set at. That's where you got to drive. So yeah, great machine, and it's in fair good order. There is a wee bit of work to be done to it, which I just haven't had time to get around to yet. 2012 models of these had bits of rusting issues, and there's a few bits of rust here. So I'm going to pull these off at some point and just get them sorted. But see this one here, it actually has flaked off here. But yeah, look, it's only minor enough stuff. The hay bob, it's covered in dust in here as well. It's actually not the hay, it's one of these versions of a hay bob. It's a mess crawl. We purchased it new, I think in 06 or 07, was it? So 07, there it is there. And yeah, it's done quite a bit of work, I have to say. Now, we keep it well greased and look after it fairly well, but it's done all the rowing in of a lot of acres of hay. A couple of years ago, like when we had a lot of hay, it rode 100 acres. We had 100 acres of hay at one point. Was that 3 years ago? And it rode it all in with the David Brown. So that was in 1 year. But as a rule, around 50 acres is about the standard that we usually have. And yeah, it does it all. So, and done a lot of the turning as well, up until that point. What else have we got out here? Up on the wall here, you can kind of see it there. We've got a tag. I think it's a 9 foot, just a fork for putting up the silage. We have a set of pallet forks here, which come with the teleporter. Yeah, they come on it. So that's the making there. They're actually very good set, very strong. Old trailer here. That was a homemade trailer back in 1996. I can just about remember it being made. Needs a bit of work done to it now. You can see bottom of it's all rusted, and yeah, it needs a bit of tidying up done on it. Hard to get anyone to do those kind of jobs now, and quite time consuming. So let's go down here and see what else we can see. Oh, so we're down now, just heading down the bottom of the yard. We're in the slurry corner now at the minute. New Rock slurry mixer. So it's basically the Red Rock design from all those years. Great mixer. Bought that a couple of years ago, and yeah, excellent machine. Red Rock slurry tanker 2008 it is actually, in a serious way for a wash. I actually started washing it before Christmas. You can see on the back where it was starting to look a little bit better, and the power washer stopped working, the capacitor went in it, which we have since fixed, but I haven't got around to just washing it again. So that's a job that's coming up soon enough. Still don't know what we're going to do with this new regulation where you have to either have a trail shoe or a triple bow. I don't know, we'll probably we'll set it out as long as we can, because there's not the money in this job to be spending a lot of money on these new toys as such. But yeah, great Tanko. It has the smaller wheels on it. You can get this got the 26 inch, is it? 28 inch? 28 these are. Yeah, you can get the is it 30 or 31 inches is the other rims, but yeah, good Tanko. Couldn't fault it. Spread a lot of slurry for us, and axle machine. So we'll continue on. So down the bottom of the yard now, we've got Pauka. This is just a levelled area we have down at the new cattle shed. Don't know what we're ever going to do with it. I'd like to put up a shed in it at some stage, but definitely not at the minute. There's no funds for it. This is an old trailer, homemade trailer, made God a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago I'd say at this stage. We did put a bit of an extension on the back of it. It's grand, look at it. You wouldn't load it up with a lot of round bales of silage around, but for hay and straw it's 100%. It's a grand trailer. Watson roller, purchased it about, how long ago was it purchased? 2006, 2005, 2006 I'd say. Good roller. It's lying outside again. You really want a shed to put a lot of this stuff into. It's been outside since we bought it, so hence why it's a little bit rusty, but it's a good order. It's heavy, it's filled with waste oil inside and weighs quite a bit when you're using it. Over here then we have a flat 8 bale sleigh. This is a Cook's. It's one of the Ritchie, that's the Crow Scarrow. It's one of the Ritchie ones, and a good machine as well. It's a bit green, it's always laying outside as well, unfortunately. Again, nowhere to put it in is a bit of an issue. The Topo, we actually pulled the covers off it. There's new covers going to go on that before the season. Bought this new in 2000, sorry, not 2000, was it? Yeah, well, no, yeah, around 2000, could be 99 or 2000. Purchased this new, and look at cattle manure, just, it's not steel's friend when it's on it all the time like that, but actually works fine. Gearbox is good in it. Like if we put, we're going to do a job on it, we will do a job. There's a few items that we need to do a wee bit of work on, and this is definitely one of them. Maybe shot blast and paint it, because you know, you could go out and buy another one, but this here is good enough and will do the job. It could be as well just to tidy it up. This is an old baler, it's just for spare parts. Something went into it, I think, and wrecked it, and a friend of ours had it and told us to come out and collect it and take it with us. And we have got many's to part off it and bits and pieces. And there's plenty more bits and pieces on it too if you were stuck. Just a land leveler, homemade land leveler. We didn't make it, it's just an engineering shop that made it. Yeah, it's very built strong, which is what you want on those, and does a good job. And then this is a little bale trailer, like my grandfather owned this from back in the 70s as such. Grand wee trailer. We did let in the drawbar on it. It was designed for some small older tractors, and we let in the drawbar a number of years ago just to leave it that you could put it in some of the bigger tractors. But we've used it on occasion. You can put 80 or 100 small square bales on it if you need to, or if you're transporting something, want to transport posts, if you're getting a bit of fencing done, that's usually the trailer we use. You know, you can put a couple of bales of posts on it, the wire, steeples, whatever you have, and take it and get your job done. So now just go down the bottom. So the last two things that we have to look at is last couple of things. Heron silage trailers. We have two trailers here. The larger one, the two, it's 10.5 ton. It is 2006. We purchased it new, and it's done quite a bit of work. It's a good trailer. Draws all the spuds. You can put around 14 ton of spuds on it roughly. So we have got 15 ton on occasion if they were small and built properly on it or built well on it. But great trailer. It's actually built on the heavier chassis and wheels, like similar to what would be on a 14 ton, like 12, 14, 16 ton. So no problem. It was well fit to carry the extra weight. The other trailer is a 9 ton, and it's a grand trailer. We bought it new in 1999, I think it was. Yeah, it's a good trailer. It usually draws all the maize meal, so you can stick maybe 10 or 11 ton of maize meal on it and get it home, you know, and it'll do a number of weeks. Excuse me. So yeah, that's really about it. Really, look, we probably could do it if you could probably sell these two trailers and buy one maybe 14 ton. Once you would always have somebody to draw the silage. And maybe that's something we might do in the future, we'll see. Double bale lifter, purchased that a couple of years back. Not big money, only small enough money, double bale lifter. And very handy to have. We only had single bale lifters up until that. Yeah, so that is that. What else have we got? Voice is actually getting, my throat's getting dry from all the talking. Then sitting up here on the bank, we have the Ritchie flat 8 bale stacker or lifter, so that just goes with the bales, so it's just left up there out of the way. As I said, look, it really would like to have somewhere to put all that kind of stuff in. A nice big open shed here would look fantastically well, but unfortunately, with the way the farming thing is, it's not going to stand it for quite a while, I would say. So we'll have to stay outside. That's the single bale lifter. We've had it a long time. It's done a good bit of work, but still in good order. Yeah, that could be here 15 or 20 years, 70 or 15. Yeah, so we'll head back up here. I think that might be almost it. Oh, I know, there's a few other bits. Hold on. Yeah, so the final few things. We have a McHale bale handler. Yeah, this is the one that's got the spikes on it, and there's a couple of sleeves then that also goes on it. But yeah, good article. We've this quite a while. Bought this 07 as well. We did refurbish it last year. We put new bushes on it in it here where the spikes go into. Put new spikes on it and just give it a coat of paint. Shot blasted some of it down and give it a coat of paint and made a good job of it. It's ready to go for another 10 years plus, hopefully. And then people are asking me about the 2130s loader. Here it is here. A Grays loader. It's been lying here now since 07. But yeah, it was a good loader. It was fitted with one of these Euro quick hitches. So yeah, handle in the middle, just you can pull it over and back for hitching on buckets, grabs, whatever you wanted. But everything worked on it and still would. Needs a new set of hoses obviously on it now, and but yeah, would be good to go. We had a bucket, for it, a shear grab and a normal kind of grab. The bucket and the grab I think are both sold from memory. I think they're both gone. No, the bucket definitely is, but I think the grab is too, and this shear grab was left here. It's still here, it and the loader itself, but still very usable. It actually had a new, you can see it there, there was a brand new blade welded on it about 18 months before we stopped using it. So if it was washed down and cleaned up a little bit, this would work 100%, no problem. But yeah, that's it. Meal bin there as well, which is never used anymore. Used to use it many years ago, but not used anymore, but it's still here. That's it. Don't think there's anything else. That's a comprehensive look around all our machinery. This video will end up being quite a bit longer I think than the first one, but that's just how it's going to work out. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it quenches the thirst of all those that message me asking, looking for this machinery tour. Yeah, and that's really it. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the sub button, and we will see you in the next one. take it easy.